good kick down. Let's go. Yes. Great pull. Hello there everyone, welcome to another episode of DM Carvies. Today we are driving a 2021 Audi S5 Cabriolet. I want to say a huge thank you to Volkswagen Hanover of Hanover, Pennsylvania, and especially Samantha and Jesse for providing me this car. All the information will be in the right hand corner side, so reach out to Samantha if you're on the market for a car. They got some really great deals going on for their VWs and their pre-owned inventory, so check them out. But let's get her fired up.
S-band, K-band, Ka-band, laser, GPS connected.
Let's go take a look outside this Audi S5. It is a little rainy day today, so we'll get to check out how the Quattro works in this weather and see its real life performance in this kind of weather. I gotta say, I really like the style of this car. Just the lines, everything is very sharp, simple, and clean. And this color, actually, I really like it in person. I don't think I've driven an S5 in this color before, because I myself had a 2021 Turbo Blue, but this looks great. Let's take a look inside and pop the hood. All right. So here you're going to find a 3.0 liter turbo engine, the V6 TFSI. It pumps out 349 horsepower and 369 feet-pound of torque, which is a very good number, especially for this car. It's got a ton of mid-range, low and mid-range power. We got a little trunk in the back, quad exhaust pipes, because the RS5 just comes with single exit pipes. But it is raining, it is pretty cold, so let's go jump into the S5. Ta-da! Let's put on the seat warmers. So here you're going to find a very simple layout. It's clean, effective. You got your navigation system, and you can also change your cockpit views. Now we are going to start out in comfort mode, because usually that's how we just start out. We got different views to our display. We got the performance view. This one looks pretty clean. I'm not a fan of this dynamic mode, as it's called. I don't know, it gives me too many Volkswagen vibes, so I just prefer to stick to this one. Looks the best in my opinion. We've got sport bucket front seats with massage. Now these seats are a little bit to the tighter side. They will drive under your armpits, but they are still fairly comfortable, and if you're driving within 1 or 2 hours, you'll be fine. You can adjust your side bolsters right here with this button. And that's where we have our massage, pretty much an inflatable lumbar. We got our navigation system, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, map settings, 3D map, cool. Dual zone climate, again, this works flawlessly. You got physical buttons, phone charger, and the classical VAG armrest that all the VWs and usually the Audis have, or at least many of them do. You got carbon fiber, Quattro badge, and the Bang & Olufsen. Now, as far as the Bang & Olufsen, I definitely have very mixed feelings. In my opinion, it doesn't sound too deep. It's not the deepest system in terms of sound quality, but it's still a fairly good system, although it's not my favorite. But let's start to head out. We'll do a horn test and we'll do a wiper test. We got the headlight washers. Visibility here is perfect, especially since it's a cabriolet. We got hanging pedals, so they're not floor mounted. They are very similar to the ones that I had on my VW Arteon. But as you see, in comfort mode, the car is already very eager to go. Very eager to go. I didn't even go to sport. So the more S5s I drive, and I've never really noticed it that much in my S5, is these cars are geared to make you feel like you're going fast all the time. So you press the gas a little bit and it starts to go 3,000, 3,500, 4,000, 4,500, then it shifts, and again at 3,000. So it's always staying in that meaty power range, as if you're going very fast, trying to go fast. Now, whereas similar cars like the BMW, they are going to keep you in a lower RPM range, like 2,000, 2,500, and then upshift, I'm sorry, because they want to save gas in comfort mode. And now if you go to dynamic mode, or sport plus, as it is in BMW, that's when they start to hold the RPMs much higher, like in this car. So the only difference that you're gonna really get between sport or comfort and the S5 is just the exhaust sound. Otherwise, you're not gonna see any major difference in terms of performance. I like the materials here. They do feel good and solid. I like the Alcantara here. We also have thigh extensions. And this material does scratch up pretty easily, so I would get it wrapped. Again, as you can see, how the RPMs are held, and that is just minimal throttle input. But let's head on over to dynamic mode and see how that is. We immediately get a louder exhaust note, a little more sound, and the sound here I believe is enhanced by the sound dactyr, which pretty much, I don't know how it works, but it enhances the natural sound of the car. The pops are great. But let's talk a little bit about the ride and the handling, since in these videos I always end up talking about the powertrain here and the torque. Let's talk about the handling. The handling here is secure. It is very easy to control this car, but it does have this kind of feeling that I've noticed as if it's on rails. So when you make a small turn, I feel like the whole car just kind of shifts. I don't know what, it's either a balance thing or just the way the weight distribution here is. I've noticed it in every S5 that I've driven, including mine. Now this is a torquey powertrain, so you don't really have to spin out the engine much to get the power. Now the ride is planted, it is to the firmer side, so I do feel the road more, but it is still decently comfortable compared to, per se, the RS5, which has a back-breaking ride. Like, I've driven a good amount of RS5s, Sportback, coupes, and even the ones equipped with the DRC, the dynamic ride control. It still felt so bouncy and harsh, even in comfort. Now the S5 luckily doesn't have that issue. It's much more pleasant. Soundproofing here is also fairly good. You don't hear too much of the road, like the wind noise, but you do hear some of the road noise. And that is in part to the frameless windows that are used in this car. steering wheel is to the thinner side. It's got these firmer stitchings, so if you rub them, you can really rub your finger off if you rub it hard. The steering wheel is thinner, much thinner than anything you'll find in a BMW M Sport. And we have these tiny plastic paddle shifters. Again, I think they could have been a little bit bigger, maybe aluminum. But beside that, comfy steering wheel, good center feeling. Good kick down, good kick down. I'm definitely super curious to see the performance numbers in this kind of weather. We're not gonna do like any launches or anything, obviously. The weather's not gonna allow it, but we will try to see, you know, what kind of power it has. Also, another difference between the S5 and the RS5 is that the S5 does not have a designated PSI tire pressure monitoring system. Visibility, driver assistance, integrated tire. You do have like the tire pressure monitoring, but it doesn't really tell you like how inflated or underinflated your tires are. So that would have been nice if Audi actually included that. This is a Premium Plus, so it doesn't have the heads-up display or the self-park, and honestly, you don't need it. I'm not a fan of Audi's heads-up displays. They're very minimalistic. I think BMW makes far cooler heads-up displays than Audi, so don't even waste your money on that. Now the ambient lighting, I wish they included that in the Premium Plus, because that is a nice touch. It's an eager car, very eager. But let's keep on driving somewhat longer here, and then we will take the freeway and see how she does. So let's verify the speedometer accuracy. So at 65, we are seeing 60, so about 1.5 miles per hour difference. 2 mile per hour difference. Not bad, not bad. Good brakes. All right, and let's head on out to the highway. See how she does on that. All righty. All right, and let's. Very good, very good. Impressive. Good time, 6.16 seconds, so it's got quite some excellent rolling power. Very impressive, actually. And at 81, we only have a 2 mile per hour discrepancy. Not bad at all. gotta say, the S5 has some impressive power, especially on the open freeway. And this is the heavier Cabriolet. Effortless power. I like the mirrors, everything is easy to see. Let's go do a quick 0 to 60 test down there and then head back to the highway. We're gonna do one test that way and one test back. Alright, and we are going to start right here. Alright, let's come to a full stop. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go. 5.5 seconds. All right, very nice. Very nice. Perfect slope. Pretty much every S5 that I've tested has shown about 5.5 seconds to 60, like just all the time. Always the same results, ironically. And the nice part is whether it's dry or wet, you're still getting the same times every single time. So the consistency here is perfect. Let's check the U-turn radius real quick. It's pretty good in this car. All right, and let's head on out here. I love the farts. Vroom, vroom, vroom. So good. All right, let's come right here. We're gonna start right here, do one more time. All right. All right, let's reset it. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yes. Great pull. We did 5.48. And yes, we did. did 9.14 on the 1/8 mile. So let's see what we got. Also, the slope was valid, minus 0.3%. Let's see what we got. All right, and we did, on the 1/8 mile, we did 83.9 miles per hour, and yeah, okay, 9.14. Not bad, not bad at all. The trap speed is pretty much on par with, you know, the 4-door Sportback. Same thing. I just wish the weather was a bit nicer today, so we could do more tests, but oh well. Alright, well, to summarize the test drive, I have really enjoyed this Audi. It's a great fun experience, great performance. Is it sporty as, for example, the Beamer? Not really, but it's very fun. I'd be really curious to try the M440i convertible too, just to compare. But overall, this doesn't really differ anything from the Sportback performance-wise. Drivability wise, it feels just as good. So super enjoyable car. I like it. Well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, and till next time.